Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently in a bit of a chill period here. I'm wondering right now what our aggressive expansion down here looks like. Medina is Jewish, so they're not a heretic prince, but they're very angry. 45 aggressive expansion over here. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue. Cairo is at 23. And if we go up to like Euphrates up here, they're at like 17. I'm wondering, actually, can we diplo-vassalize them? Almost. They have 25 reasons negative because of the fact that they're a member of the Empire. That might be a possible thing to do, start diplo-vassalizing some of this down here. So that's definitely interesting. For right now, I want to make some states. The question is, what's our status on quarrying? So Salento is paused because they're occupied over here. And we're going to have a hard time getting to them. We're going to need to get access through like Apulia here. They are very angry at us. It's probably never going to work. I'm going to toss a diplomat at them. I don't know that that's going to achieve anything. It probably won't. It's fine. So we're going to spend down some admin power over here. There we go. That looks good. We can celebrate a festival, which we should definitely do. Let's get that done. And we can convert a province to Jewish, which I definitely want to be spending some money on that right now. Now, how many loans do we have at this moment? We're paying 1.79 in interest. Okay. So that's kind of a lot. Our corruption is dropping at this moment. Our war taxes are raised. We're not at war, though, so I don't think that's actually doing anything. Yeah, win at war this will give us. So I don't think that's actually benefiting us, and I don't think if we dropped it, yeah, that changes nothing. So that's absolutely expected. We have too few rivals right now, and I'm interested in actually rivaling Galicia Bohemia. We're going to do exactly that. We need another rival. I don't want to rival France. The Holy Roman Empire is 54% weaker than us right now. I mean, we just lost a series of battles to them, but I think that's because of their ideas. The Holy Roman Empire has very, very good ideas. So that's absolutely probably the case. They have naval and religious ideas, but their track up here is very strong. So that's understood. In fact, can we see their track? I don't think so. We could maybe tag over to them, but given the fact that this is a custom import, I have no idea what these tags are going to be. So is this Germany? Is this HRE? I have no idea what these tags would be. We could look it up, I suppose. We could use the debug mode to find out. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a save right here in case we accidentally break anything. I don't think we will, but let's do that. And then let's go debug mode, I believe, in Europa, right? Yes. Okay. So HLR. I never would have guessed that. Tag HLR. Now, we don't want to change anything here. The only reason we're here is to look at their idea track. So this is Imperial Throne, giving them yearly legitimacy. That's not that strong. And they don't have this one, but 15% morale of armies, that is incredibly strong. They don't have it yet, though. So that was not in effect in the last war. And then they've also got 5% discipline in there. 20% tax modifier. These are very strong ideas. But they don't have them unlocked at this moment. Okay. What is our tag? KOJ. I'm assuming that's for Kingdom of Jerusalem. Presumably. Okay. Tag KOJ. And then we can do debug mode to turn that back off. Fantastic. Okay, I don't think we broke anything. We made no changes, so that should be absolutely fine. Now, how do we want to go about getting here? Because we know that that's a significant issue. In fact, they are going to become independent in 58 months. Actually, no, they're going to defect to Apulia in 58 months. So that's absolutely noted. How close is Calabria to giving us military access? They're 37 reasons away. So how much more can we improve this by? 34. I don't think we're going to get there, but we're also building boats, and our boats will get built before this is a problem. So I think we'll be fine on that front. I do want to invest some money in our economy, for sure. So let's see what we've got going on for workshops. Nothing good. Taxation? Nothing good there either. We can't build manufactories yet. So honestly, we don't want to put this money into this. We want to put this money into paying off debt and corruption then. So we can repay one of our loans, which we will do. And that drops us down to 1.2. What's our total debt? 412 ducats. Okay. We can stop these guys from drilling. We're planning on chilling for right now. So we can stop the drill, and then we can cut our army maintenance significantly, down to about here. And that's going to allow us to generate a lot more money. Okay, so 342, that's fine. We have a new heir, 444. That's a pretty good heir. That is 3 extra power over the average. So that's very good. I'm assuming we're still the emperor. Yeah, we're still the emperor, so that looks good. Everybody's backing different people. We're lacking 2 electors, though, and that's harming our imperial authority by a lot. So my question is, who do we want to grant electors to? The answer is our allies are vassals, right? So we've got Lesser Benvento here. Can we get them to be an elector? Invite to Empire. They're not Jewish. And their capital cannot be connected to the Empire? That's interesting. I would have assumed a Mediterranean connection would be fine. Well, let's look at our other vassal then. That is currently Tibesti. So that's these guys down over here. They are part of the Empire. So if we ask them, would you like to be an elector? Ah, subjects cannot be electors. Noted. So that's good to know. In that case, we'd be looking for our allies. So let's go into the diplomacy here. I want to see our diplomacy. And we're currently allied with Basra and Al Said. Al Said is actually probably a pretty good option for us to make be an elector. They are an elector. Okay, so that seems good. They're probably voting for us then. Are they the one that's voting for us? Hang on, I don't care about China. Let's see. This is Al Said. Yes. So our other ally is... hang on. Let's go in here. That's not where I want to look. Let's go in here. Diplomacy. There are easier ways to get there, but this will do. So for now, that's fine. So Basra and Amman. Okay. So Amman is these guys. They're a free city. Can a free city be an elector? No. Okay. And then Basra, I think, is also a free city. Yeah, they're definitely a free city. Okay. So that's fine. We do need to get more electors, and we need friends who are interested in electors. I'm wondering about Alexandria here. Interesting. They would become an elector. Let's get an alliance with them. Is that giving us... Okay, so we're at 3. That's understood. We're going to need to do something about that. Romania is giving us military access. We should get rid of that, for sure. So let's get rid of this. But we have no diplomats. There we go. Okay, so that'll be down to 2 now, at least. It's better. So we're now allied with Alexandria. And what I want to do now is grant electorate. So we need to wait until 27 December. Okay, we're just, so -2 national unrest. That's neat. Base tax for manpower. Manpower is pretty low right now, but I still would prefer to use manpower over ducats here. Done. Okay, so now what we want to do is wait until 27 December when we can grant these guys an electorate. So Alexandria is now an elector. Beautiful. They better vote for us. Indeed, they better. And currently, they are backing no one, but now they're backing us. Excellent. So who else are we interested in allying here? Or at least making an elector? There's these guys. That's interesting. We should probably do this, even though it's going to cost us a it's going to cost us a dip power every month. I think that's fine. And this is currently costing us 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alliances and 2 vassals and a royal marriage with Pula. That's noted. That royal marriage with Pula is probably going to need to go away at some point. So that's noted. And I want to make these guys be an elector for sure. We need to deal with this. So that'll help our situation considerably. So they're now going to be an electorate, and that looks good. So we now have a solid contingency on our side here. So that's fantastic. Now you can see the Imperial Authority is still dropping, but it's dropping by a lot less. This is mostly due to heretic princes. There are still a lot of heretic princes. So I'd certainly like to deal with that. Okay, but we do need to deal with this as well. That's an absolute necessity. There's some unlawful territory right now. We can't really do anything with that. They wouldn't accept this. So that's fine for the moment. A royal marriage offer from Anatolikon. Are they our allies? Yes, they are. We accept that. So where's Pula? These guys are Pula. Right, they used to be our ally, but they separate pieced. They wouldn't accept free city status. They have 33 reasons not to. Honestly, we may need to just break off our dynastic relations with them. They would not be very happy about that. We may just wait for it to time out and then not re-up it. That's a possibility. It's costing us a diplomatic power per month, but dip power is not that valuable. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's not that valuable. So I think we'll call that good for now. How are we doing on tech? So we're currently 5 years ahead of time. How's colonialism spread going? It is almost started. Okay, cool. So that's going to take some time. No doubt about that. Institution spread is currently at plus 20%, so that's reasonable. We are getting some institution spread here, and it will eventually make its way through to us. It just spawned way out over here. HRE is in a similar boat, so that's absolutely fine. We do have a rebel uprising brewing. This is Shamarian Separatists. 6.9 years, though. That's really not bad. So Alula down over here is at 2.5 unrest. Honestly, the separatism will be gone by then, pretty much. It'll still have a little bit of unrest. There's also a fort right here, which should be mothballed. Okay, we'll do that for now. And can we pay off any of our loans at this moment? No. We have 2 loans right now. That's understood. I'm wondering about our... Okay, we are over our land force limit right now. Not by much, but a little bit. That's noted. So that's absolutely fine. What we're really interested in doing, of course, is repaying some of these loans. So that's a big deal. How much will it cost us to repay? 225? Yeah, we can do it now. We're making a lot of ducats. Okay, so let's get that done. We'll get the loans repaid, and then we'll start working on this corruption. And I really want to see some of these boats finish. Genoa just embraced colonialism, so that's a pretty big deal for us. It's going to be spreading to us much more quickly now. So that looks good. At this point, we've reached our maximum with Calabria, unless we want to toss money at them, and we have 24 reasons not to accept this deal. If we were to toss money at them, what would this end up looking like? It'd be a lot. I think we're better off just building our boats, to be honest. We need to keep an eye on the timing here, so we can see that this is 45 months at this point. That's still a lot of months, to be clear. But we are getting some of these boats built. Some of them. And of course, we're just chilling for the moment. Wait, is this a fort here? This is a fort. We don't need both of these to have a fort. I'm going to remove the fort here. Salerno does not need to have a fort. So that'll be absolutely fine for now. That'll save us some additional money, which would be absolutely fantastic. We do need to get these boats made and get this taken care of. So we're at 8 right now. We need to have probably at least a couple more. I don't think we need to have the full amount. But a couple more would definitely be useful. We're going to want to expand our military fleet here. So our military fleet is probably exclusively going to be galleys for the moment anyway, since we're going to be operating entirely in the Mediterranean. So galleys are much, much more effective in the Mediterranean, and we'll probably use light ships as a trade fleet. What's our ship limit? Oh, very low. Okay. 30 out of 29. So we're already going to be at our force limit there, but I mean, the ship limit isn't that big of a deal, so it should be fine. We have uncontested claims up over here. Yeah. That's absolutely okay. I'm wondering about setting agendas and seizing land here. We can't do this because we have an active agenda here. Base production in Ajloon. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so let's put in an admin power and then a dip power and then an admin power. And then we need a little bit more dip power here, which of course we're taking a hit to our dip power generation. So we need to get this done. Apulia claimed Salerno. Yeah, that's expected. Okay, so that's done. That gave us 195.2 ducats. We're going to spend that money. Well, actually, I'm going to set an agenda here. What do we got? A synagogue in Arezzo. That's very easy to do for a base tax. Done. So that's going to be right up over here, and we're just going to put that in. That's going to make us how much? 0.06. It's not huge, but it gets us a free base tax, and we'll absolutely take that. Now we can repay all of our loans. We are now out of debt. And how much would it cost us to fully root out corruption? That's not bad, actually. We should definitely put some money towards that. So that looks good. We're still going to be making a good amount of money as well. And I just want to check to see if we're okay with building any of these. We're not yet. Cool. So that seems fine for the moment. We can start upgrading centers of trade, but I want to start putting some of this money into other things. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to split out our barks here, and they're going to move down to here. So that'll be fine. And I don't really care about that per se. We should probably get advisors going, though. So we've got this guy right now, and national tax modifier. This guy would be expensive. I'm not sure we want to go for that. Production efficiency, though. This guy's pretty cheap, and let's do that for now. Let's see here. Trade efficiency is okay, but that guy's not going to pay for himself. But he will essentially let us change gold into diplomatic power. So let's go ahead and do that. Beautiful. So I do want to also move out these 2 galleys, and those are going to end up going, like, down over here. We're going to want to get these fleets built up some, and that's definitely going to take a little while. These guys just declared war on Apulia? Interesting. I'm just wondering if anyone would grant us military access over here. The answer is no, but let's get these ships finished up. We're going to have a batch of ships finishing here shortly. That looks good. It is, of course, taking us a while to get that all done. Lesser Benevento are offering us knowledge sharing towards colonialism. They're our vassal. And that's very interesting. It's a lot of money. I think I'm going to decline that. We should have colonialism be starting to grow pretty decently. It's not coming down over here yet, though. It's growing in Italy, though. And it's growing pretty quickly in Italy. So it should spread to us at a reasonable rate. I just don't want to put that money towards it, right? I want to put that money towards other things. Speaking of which, this is awkward. This is very awkward timing. I'm going to put the money towards it. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe we should debase. I really don't want to do that. But we need to stop the smugglers. Bad timing on that. Unfortunate. So, trade ships. I want to build up to the force limit of trade ships. And by that, I mean we're going to exceed our force limit navally. I want to go up to 29 total trade ships. That's a lot of trade ships right now. So we're going to get those going, and those are building down in this area. Are they building out of Sharkia? They're not. Okay. So that's going to take a while to get going, but we want that to get started. So that's fine. We're at 14 here right now. So I'm going to grab this army. We're going to take these guys, and then we're going to bring out... This is going to need to be... This is 14 in total. Okay, so we need to bring 10 units of pike infantry like this. I want the leader to be here, and this is going to be this guy. We're going to attach that to the transports, and we're going to sail around over here. We can finally deal with this. Oh, there's an additional transport here. That's fine. We've got enough forces here. So in we go. I just realized this was a terrible mistake. We didn't have our morale up. So that's a huge problem. We're going to have to turn our army maintenance up. Luckily, we were able to retreat to our ships, and we didn't get stack wiped. That could have been really bad if we had been stack wiped. Let's bring these guys back to the shore real quick, and actually just bring them back over here. Because, yeah, we need to let it be dealt with that way. We've now got 15 cogs over here, so I'm going to once again move these guys out, and then... Actually, hang on. We should shift consolidate this, and then do this. Like that. Okay, and then we'll give these guys a moment. We'll give them a month tick or two. Let their morale regenerate. Let their troops regenerate a little bit. That would have been really, really bad if we had been stack wiped there. Luckily, the game allowed us to retreat. So, yeah, that's entirely my own fault. We're going to come out over this direction, and we're going to try this again. So there's that free base tax and local production efficiency. I like it. And we're going to go in here. You can see here we have rebels that are close to enforcing their demands. We've still got 26 months to deal with that. So we're going to head in here. This does not have a leader in it. Okay. It's fine. Okay, colonialism has appeared in Siena. That's perfect. So that means that we're starting to have colonialism actually show up, and we'll be able to embrace this soon enough. We need to get some money flowing in, of course, and in order to do that, we need to get these rebels dealt with. So now we can drop our army maintenance down to here. Perfect. So we converted Venezia. Excellent. Let's see what else we can convert. Terracina. Okay, that's kind of slow, but we'll do it. And then we're going to use our transport fleet to bring these guys back to Rome. Excellent. So back we go, and we can now seize land. This is a good time to do so, so we are absolutely doing it. And now we no longer have that malice from our crownland. Perfect. So we're going to group these guys together, and I want to be replenishing some small amount of troops here, so we're just going to give this one tick, and you can see now we're reinforcing 13 troops. It's going to take a very long time to get those 4,000 reinforced, but we're at least making a little progress on it, and that's absolutely fine. So that's all looking good. We're going to need to be saving up for our next technology, and embracing colonialism is going to be a big thing there. So we now have enough development embracing colonialism. This is going to cost us 918 ducats, which we don't currently have, obviously. We can get 918 ducats relatively easily. So these cogs are definitely getting finished. We're making good progress on that. How much would a sale of titles be? That would be enough, but we don't want to do this, obviously, because that's going to drop our crownland again. So we would really, really prefer not to do that. Spoleto just embraced colonialism, and every one of those that does is going to increase our presence and reduce the amount that this is going to cost. It's spreading quickly throughout our Italian holdings at this point, so this is absolutely fine. How's it going in Salento? Yeah, that's making good progress. It's not going to make progress down here for a long time, but I think we should wait out the colonialism up here as much as we can. And in the meantime, just bank up cash. We should absolutely not be investing in an idea at this moment. We're going to need that for tech, but that's fine. We do need a new rival, and that's going to end up being, I guess, Golden Horde. Sure, I don't want to rival France. So Golden Horde is absolutely fine. They're way out over here. They're kind of big, but it'll be fine. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to embrace colonialism, for sure. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. I'm actually going to move our galleys back up here because this is going to complete first, but yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll just make our trade ships down here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Aurelio, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. That coalition is still against us. That'll be exciting.